In joints, things like that. So that's in 2 weeks, not next week, sorry, 2 weeks. And then the other thing, the other topic I think is really important is, of course, diabetes. There's 25 million people in the USA that have type 2 diabetes, which is the adult type. There's 500 million people worldwide that have obesity, and they're linked, right? So the two are linked because diabetes is when, of course, we become insulin resistant. Insulin's that material that's released from the pancreas, and we need more and more insulin to regulate our blood sugar levels. If we don't produce enough insulin, our sugar levels rise. This is not healthy for all of our cells in our body, in multiple organs. And in 2012, a study from Chapel Hill showed that obesity directly causes diabetes. When we gain fat, our fat cells enlarge. So when we gain weight, we don't get more fat cells. Each cell just gets bigger. But what's interesting is when they get bigger, at a certain point, they trigger an influx of these cells called mast, M-A-S-T cells. There's good and bad. The bad ones come in and they release a factor that makes us insulin resistant, which can lead to prediabetes or diabetes. So it's not just like, okay, I'm getting a little bit of tired, I'm getting a little bit of fatter. It's actually much more complex than that. So we need to think about being healthy and limiting diabetes. And there were studies, as I mentioned, the article in Korea from 2008 on type 2 diabetic patients, that the algae products, like the ones that from Cerule, lower triglyceride, cholesterol, and blood pressure, and help reverse diabetes. So the other point is that diabetes is a low state of inflammation, and kind of don't think about that so much, but so that's really important because Cerule products obviously, or not obviously, but are anti-inflammatory. So again, there's two good reasons to be taking the products for your customers in terms of really trying to minimize the effect of diabetes on us today. So the good news is that Cerule products help reduce those negative effects of those bad sort of chemicals that are released from fat cells and inflammation. The other good news is that simply, not simply, but reducing caloric intake, you can lower your chance of diabetes as well. So the bottom line is eat healthy, exercise, and take Cerule products for maximum benefits to your body. I saw a cool Facebook post from Cerule in France talking about stretching and exercising basically, and how that triggers into your mental health, physical health, and also will help if you're taking Cerule products, that's synergy together. I think that's the world of Cerule, I think is really important. This sort of magical effect, if you will, if you want to use that term, or super beneficial effect of the products are going to go hand in hand with especially today with COVID and people being sick and worried about being sick. It's a sign that we really need to be healthier. I think this is the best time ever to take products that are algae related because of what's going on around us. And we're going to fight infection and COVID better if you're taking products that are going to boost your immune system, help inflammation, and of course, eating well and exercising.